What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Digital Overlord. Now, 4 months ago, I made a video on Bastard Returns. You definitely should check that one out because this is going to have spoilers, so you've been warned. The first 5 minutes, the setting takes place a couple of hundreds of thousands of years after our modern world is destroyed and annihilated by a huge demon monster. Shows that for the next 5 minutes, that cuts to the actual medieval world where there's an insane fighting going on by a dark rebel army trying to get into the castle. It's here where Princess Sheila and the rest make a big decision to summoning Dark Snider in this war. He's been sealed away by the Great Priest, a secret power, the young boy Lucian, who is the reincarnated version of the evil sorcerer Dark Snider. In order for him to come out, he must receive a kiss from a virgin maiden. Yoko, with everything happening and the enemies going straight through the castle door, she had no choice and releases the spell and kisses him and breaks the seal. When he is released, Dark Snider wants revenge for what Yoko's father did to him by sealing him away inside the baby, who was that same child Lucian. And of course, the dark, ultimate powerful wizard kills some of the dark rebel army with no challenge at all. Dark Snider has a lot of confidence in himself with a personality and a big ego. He wants to rule the world and create the biggest harem ever known because he wants to get with all the hot ladies. Now seriously, imagine if Master Roshi and Jiraiya fuse together, you get him. Ninja Master Gaara, who was Dark Snider's friend and disciple 16 years ago. In order for them to work together, he must know who is stronger. Every time Lucian receives a kiss from a virgin girl, the seal becomes much weaker, easily for Dark Snider to be in more control and break out. Now I can't lie, there is a ton of fan service in here, and I definitely mean a lot. One of the things I find really strange to this day, whether it be in the manga or old OVA adaptation, was Dark Snider's adopted daughter's relationship Arceus, who is a dark elf after she got separated from her tribe in the war when she was a kid. He raised her for 100 years. When she got older, they become lovers. Yeah, that's very sus. Now, she's very angry at Dark Snider for sleeping around with a bunch of women and manipulating and seducing them, keeping it secret from her. Years later, she joins the 4 Divine Kings army. Master Kotetsu and Abigail, I honestly appreciate how they did was having some of the characters that were never in the old OVA 1992 anime, like Shane Ari, Kai, and we get more screen time with Loris traveling around with Dark Snider on his journey compared to the old anime miniseries. We also get Count Diamond, who's a vampire, in this version of the anime series. When Dark Snider defeats the vampire by aiming at the wall, the sun comes up, the head comes off, turns into ash. Unfortunately, that did not work. Turns into a giant bat, starts talking a whole bunch of BS. So Dark Snider grabs Count Diamond by the neck, falls to the ground, rips off some of the bat's wing, casting the accused curse spell. It's evil from ancient times. If Count Diamond becomes disobedient, he will turn into a toad forever. Now, Master Gotetsu found out Ninja Master Gaara switched sides. So just to make sure they don't have any more traitors, so Abigail knows their past relationship with the Empress of Thunder had with Dark Snider. He does the exact same spell to her. If she even tries to backstab them, Arceus will turn into an ugly toad for all eternity. Now, I think the fighting scenes with Dark Snider and Arceus are spectacular, especially when they use their swords. It's very well done. We start to understand her backstory, that Arceus is a half-elf who was born in the time of the war. Neither the humans or the elves liked her. Ever since she was a child, her body has been covered in bruises, but Darce reminded her when she was a kid, grabbed onto his robe. He took care of her, made sure she had a good home. For years, they spent time together. He gave her a place to stay where Arceus would live in peace with Dark Snider and be a real family. Trying to understand why is she doing this. Arceus is in extreme agonizing pain from the nail of the accused. He did not know that until Lucian Renren told him the situation for what Abigail did to Arceus. He becomes very angry, and she definitely still loves him to death. So Dark Snider makes a big decision and rips his heart out so the spell would be broken. This is only part 1 of the anime series. Now, is Netflix Bastard worthy anime adaptation? Yes. This is absolutely better than the old OVA anime. And one thing that I find very interesting and noticed, instead of episode, it goes by chapters. So it's definitely done like the manga, even way better. Fantastic high quality animation. And also the music is outstanding with heavy metal, hard rock. Watch it, I highly recommend this. You won't be disappointed. Thank you all for joining me. I'm out. Later!